Boxing.
Beats and rhymes.
Boxing.
Beats and rhymes.
Gervonta Davis missed the public workout, came an hour late to the grand arrivals, and was reluctant to talk to the media in other fight-related obligations. Calvin Ford was lost for words, not able to explain why his charge wasn't there. Tank is pissed, saying the promotion has been ass. People have observed that Amazon Prime, haven't really pulled their weight on the promotions. When Keith Thurman was supposed to be fighting Tim Tszyu, Keith pulled out for Fondora. They've been complaining about the promo from there. Here's what I don't understand about Tank. He's complaining that his fight hasn't been promoted, but he spent more time talking about Ryan Garcia's PED case, saying he's innocent. You spent more time promoting that than the Frank Martin fight. Tank gets in a lot of other stuff that is not necessary. Also Turkey Al-Sheikh offered this kid the bag, but it would have meant taking a tougher fight than he's used to taking. And he asked for 2 Ferraris. Turkey said, I'll give you 2 boxing gloves, the same colour as Ferraris. I think Leonard Ellerby is still there in Tank's corner. But you know who's not there? It's Floyd Money Mayweather. Tank may have thought that Mayweather never played an integral part in selling his fights, but we're going to see now. We're going to see. He was saying he's got a better deal than Floyd had. He's going to do this that Floyd didn't do. But he's the one who ran back to the gym when they parted ways previously. And now he's complaining about the promotion. Well, it's partly down to Amazon Prime. But say what you want, Gervonta wouldn't have had the visibility he has now if Floyd wasn't his main promoter with TMT. I don't know if anyone remembered. In one of the uploads, I said he's going to struggle without Floyd and Leonard. Leonard's still there. I said he's going to struggle a little to promote fights, especially if he's not making the fights that the public want to see. He's going to struggle. When he came over here to fight one of the Walsh brothers, no one knew who he was. It was on Floyd's word that they wanted to see Tank fight, and they enjoyed watching him fight. Floyd is one of the best showmen, not just of his era, but any era. Yeah, he frustrated a lot of people, pissed a lot of people off. But the show always went on with Floyd regardless. Gervonta don't have him no more. That's a big minus. Amazon are not investing into the promotion because they're not seeing a return worthy of investing in. They're hoping that the PBC can provide it all. The fighters, the fights, produce potential stars that will just cha-ching. Then they'll get on board and invest. But until you can prove that, they're not going to do it. Why would they? They know Al Heyman's history. He's jumped from network to network. Left some abandoned, dead and stinking for roadkill. Amazon don't care. They don't seem to care about it. If it don't work, it don't work. It's not coming out of their budget. They ain't going to do no Waddle and Reed over there. The onus is on PBC to make this work. Tank, not a good self-promoter. He's finding that out now. And he's frustrated. Like a lot of fighters have been frustrated. You see, a lot of boxing fans and a lot of media think it was easy what Floyd Mayweather did. They think it was easy. Oh, he just had a big mouth and that's why people wanted to see him fight. Remember when they were saying, oh, you hate on American boxing? I don't hate. I observe things. I make good observations. I pick up on things. When Keith Thurman was doing the first promotion one on the first PBC promotion, and they said Keith was frustrated with all the obligations having to do media. He was frustrated. I didn't see Mayweather get frustrated. Mayweather promoted the whole show. Smile. Always got quotes. Hate it or love it. He's right there in the thick of it. Doing what he's got to do. And then in the ring, performs. Look how Keith Thurman's career fizzled out. I remember I started as one of Keith Thurman's fans when it wasn't popular. And then a lot of the PBC guys, he's the truth. He's great. Fizzled out. Because he doesn't have star quality. Now we're going to see if Tank has star quality. Because it's not just about the ring. Why is he so focused on the promotion? Shouldn't he be focused on the fight solely? I'm sure he's got some form of guarantee in the bank. Focus on the fight. Turn up, grand arrivals, media workout, weigh in, and then fight. Isn't he supposed to be the face of boxing according to his fans? Face of boxing don't worry about no promotions. Just turn up and fight. The people will turn up. You're the face of boxing. You're going to do a bucket load of pay-per-view, sell out the gate. What's the problem? It's all bullshit. That's the problem. He's not the face of boxing. You know, they're still acting like The platform they're fighting under is catering to America. Them days are dead now. Amazon Prime goes out to Europe, America, and all the other continents. Yeah? Nobody knows Frank Martin. Nobody wants to see that fight. No disrespect to Frank, but nobody wants to see that fight. Nobody wants to see it. You could have fought Shakur. You could have fought Lomachenko. You could have fought Devin when he was at 135. And to make it worse, Floyd turned against him and said, yo, he should be fighting Shakur. Floyd basically telling everybody that Gervonta's been protected when he was with him. Go fight Shakur. Stephen Espinoza, former Showtime exec, now works with the PBC, said, it's counterintuitive. Not only does Gervonta not engage in a lot of traditional promotion, he's not a big personality. He's a little bit shy, a little bit reserved. He's certainly got a sense of humour, and he's a lot of fun to be around. But once you put him on that stage, he's not a stand-up comedian. He's not going to be overly loquacious. What it is the unapologetic authenticity. He's not someone who bigs himself up for social media or even in person. When you run into him on the street, what you see on social media, he's the same guy. Then he starts using words like juxtaposition and I get pissed off. But he's basically saying he's tried to speak to him about engaging with the press more. But he's got a bad attitude. He's got a bad attitude.
I got an attitude.
There is one alternative explanation for this extra moody Gervonta Davis. Now, they showed a video of it, but I couldn't really tell if it was Gervonta Davis. They said he was seen jogging when he should have been at the workout. Is he struggling with the weight? We'll wait till the weigh-in and see what he looks like.
Boxing. Beats and rhymes.
Boxing.
Beats and rhymes.
So the pre-sales for Crawford versus MADRIMOV began on June the 11th. Already 8,000 sold. General sale will start on the 14th. The BMO Stadium has a capacity of 22,000. So it looks like they're going to do a good crowd. And it's good to see Terence Crawford not being told he can't sell and, oh, we can't do this because you're not a draw. It's good to see him being treated correctly as one of the greatest fighters of our era, as far as I'm concerned. And he's got a little nice, diverse mix of fighters, a lot of PBC fighters. Madrimov, Matchroom, Crawford, free agent, Andy Ruiz, Pitbull, Valenzuela. That's the Mexican contingent. I'm sure they're going to be buying or have bought a large portion of them tickets in LA. And I tell you what, man, that's just one impressive card. It's a very impressive card, man.
Boxing.
Beats and rhymes.
Boxing.
Beats and rhymes.
Domination, baby. Domination, baby.
We're still in the exploratory stages. The PIF, the Public Investment Fund, and Turki Al-Sheikh have been speaking to the big promotional outlets. So we're talking Matchroom, Top Rank, Queensbury, Golden Boy, Al Heyman. And they're looking at ways to make either a Super League or put boxing, not all boxing, but RIYADH season under one banner. That way, fights will be made, no promotional or network obstructions. Basically, they're trying to build from the 5 versus 5, Queensbury versus Matchroom, Day of Reckoning, on all the other great cards that we've had, and the ones in the not too distant future. We're going to Cali, August the 3rd, Wembley, September the 21st. Now, they're talking about what formats can be possibly used. The Super 6 that Andre Ward won a good few years back, and obviously the WBSS tournaments. The most famous winner being Alexander Usyk at Cruiser, undisputed champion. And 2025 looks to be a very interesting year. Mauricio Sullivan says he hasn't heard anything yet, but he's obviously willing to engage dialogue. Of course he hasn't heard anything. They haven't broke you off yet. Ask Gilbert Mendoza if he's heard anything. They've broke him off already. Checks probably cashed already. Eliminate their need for sanctioning fees, and it's on. Now, I don't want to say too much because I don't have no information. I'm not privy to anything more than what you... It could come down to how much control a lot of these promotional outlets are willing to relinquish. Will a Matchroom, Top Rank, a Queensbury retain some equity, or are they selling the whole lot and they'll just basically be employees? They've got lawyers and a lot of experienced people to handle all that. So 2025 is when it should all start popping off. I don't want to be negative, but I don't want to just rush in blindly and say, oh, it's all going to fall into place and be brilliant. Hopefully so. But a lot of these promotional entities, Now you have to remember these are huge entities worth millions and millions of pounds. And while the government can't technically stop them from buying into this Riyadh season boxing bonanza, or should I say selling into, that old chestnut of sports washing could be a bit of a banana skin, leading to the scrutiny of the ethics of any deals and transactions between, let's say, Matrim, Queensbury, and Turkey Al-Sheikh and the Public Investment Fund. But it's one brick at a time. They're licking down the sanctioning bodies. WBA get licked down already. Talk Sport, Simon Jordan, despite a lot of tough talk, he sold his soul, Jim White. And let's face it won't be too hard to grease the palms of whatever politicians they have to in the UK or the US. Now, it's serious business. Everything I'm quoting, I haven't thought up. I've been sniffing around the internet, listening to people's suggestions on what's going to happen. Like, the PED testing is going to go up levels, 100%. If you're talking about league structure or it all falling under one banner, the PED testing is going to go up levels. Yeah. If you want to play in Riyadh season, you're going to have to be prepared to get tested a whole lot. And they will also have to step up things like health insurance for boxers, pension packages, because they don't want to come under scrutiny that they're just using boxing to hide anything unsavory. Now, it will only cost the Public Investment Fund $5 billion to put it all together. Yeah. Chump change.
Boxing.
Beats and rhymes.
Boxing.
Beats and rhymes.
So, 21st of September, Wembley at the moment is shaping up to be Joshua versus Dubois. They've got Inoue versus Akhmadaliev, but that won't be on there. Eddie Hearn is suggesting it won't be on there. But he will make an appearance in Riyadh season in a way. He definitely will make an appearance. They're saying Wardley versus Clark 2 for the British title. Interesting. Hamza Shiraz versus Eubank Jr. Whew. And Joshua Boatzy versus Willie Hutchinson. Looks like Frank's taking that Boatzy fight away from Yard. Ain't no love lost right now. It is what it is. Jai Opetaia versus the winner of Chris Billion Smith versus Richard Riakporhe. I tell you what, man. I'm wondering why Inoue is being omitted. They can't really find a good British opponent for him. Like, this is a solid British card, like one of the best you'll get in terms of attractions. No Conor Benn. No Conor Benn, though. Obviously, he's got his situation with the board and his license, so he'd have definitely been on there. He's probably screwing. Imagine Eubank and Ben on that card.
Boxing.
Beats and rhymes.
Boxing.
Beats and rhymes.
July the 20th, Queensbury. Liam Davis takes on Shabazz Mazood for the IBO Super Bantamweight title. You've got Nathan Heaney versus Brad Pauls in a rematch for the British middleweight title, which ended in a draw last time. Nathan Heaney retained his title. Now, the fact that they went into an immediate rematch is the blueprint of what should happen way more than we see today. You know, the fact that Arnold Barboza isn't giving Sean McComb an immediate rematch is a fucking disgrace. Absolute disgrace. This is what you're supposed to do. Controversial fight, run it again. That'll be for the British middleweight title. Ashley Lane versus Andrew McCain for the British and Commonwealth bantamweight titles. Chantel Cameron makes a debut for Queensbury, taking on Eheem Makalade for the WBC interim world super lightweight title. Ezra Taylor and a few other decent fighters are on the card. It's a good card. Echo Esserman, former British champion, against Owen Cooper for the vacant British title. What happened to the kid who beat Echo for the title? Scarf. Has he gave it up to fight for a European or something? But I was looking at this interaction between October Red and Kamil Sokolowski, who's fought both Solomon Dacres and David Adeleye, who will be battling it out for the English title on the night. October, she asked Kamil, who is said to be knocking out a whole lot of people on the bare knuckle scene after he popped for an illegal substance in Queensbury rules. October Red asked him, I hope you're well. Haven't spoken to you for a while. I need your opinion. Solomon Dacres and David Adeleye are fighting for the English title on the July the 20th. You've boxed both. Who do you think will win? Camille said, in his opinion, Solomon Dacres, better technique, fitness, clever boxer. Adeleye, only big mouth. Now, the Dacres performance against Sokolowski is probably Dacres' best win and performance to date. He boxed well in that fight. Whereas David Adeleye, I don't think he beat Kamil Sokolowski that night. I thought Sokolowski took it, personally. There's going to be a few people scrapping for their lives, man, on this card. Dacres needs a performance and Adeleye needs a performance. This is a serious fight.
Boxing.
Beats and rhymes.
Boxing.
Beats and rhymes.
Hopefully this fight isn't dead in the water. This is the fight I asked for when Jack Catterall was asking Twitter who they wanted to see him fight next. And it was Arnold Barboza. The right fight to make. They went back and forth and it looked like, Arnold priced himself out. But Eddie says that Frank Smith, Matrim, Eric Gomez, Golden Boy are talking it through with DAZN. August the 24th is a potential date for the fight. Location could be the new Co-op Arena in Manchester. And with that,
I'm gone. Ghost, peace, sayonara.